So hello guys, today we are going to discuss this problem, longest substring without repeating characters. The first point is that the substring is always continuous, so it's not written anywhere in the question that it's continuous or not, but substring is always continuous. So we are given a string, we need to find the longest substring without repeating characters. For example, if we consider this case, let me take some few examples to understand it better. So, so this is a string which is given. So what all substrings are possible? So A is one substring, then AB is another substring, then ABC is another substring, then ABCA is another substring. But since the question says without repeating characters, so A and A gets repeated, so this is not considered. So ABC is the maximum substring which we can get from from these letters. Now let's go to B, char B. So B is one substring, BC is one substring, then BCA is one substring, then BCB. BCAB is another substring, but we'll not consider it. So this is like not considered. So if this is not considered, we'll not go ahead. Then for C, CA, CAB, and then we have CAB and C. So I think you got an idea that what is the substring actually here is. So let me take one interesting example which I have taken to understand it better. So yeah, basically remember that in the interviews or maybe in this lead code forum, you will not find the extensive examples. For example, these three examples are very simple, but if we consider this example, string is this. So in this case, we will have a case which is not covered in these three examples. So let's see how. So if we consider this as a substring, so what is the longest substring without repeating characters? So I'll go with A, then I'll have AB, then I'll have ABC, then I'll have ABC and D, then A, B, C, D, and E. So after that, A gets repeated, so max length is 5 here. Then let me start from B. So I'll have B, BC, BCD. Then we have BC, D, and E. Then we have BC, DE, and A. And then we have again F repeated after it. So its length is 6. Now let me go to C. So we have, um, so let me just copy it from here. So for C, this is the max substring. So its length is 5. And then for D, this is the length only. Length is 4. For E, this is the length only. So now, why I'm taking this example is because if we consider a case from A to E here, then A repeats here. But if we consider a case from A till E, so let us go through the code and understand this example better. Because this has a substring which repeats, so we'll understand it better inside the code. So let me just go through the code. So again, there can be two methods. So the naive approach can be taking the two for loops. For example, uh, in the first for loop, we'll fix a pointer here, that is we'll keep A, and then we'll keep incrementing and keep counting the elements. So when I found A, so I'll just note the length and I'll just move the pointer to B, and so on. So it will be a naive approach which can be done in O(n) square. But the problem in the naive approach would be that we are actually um, recalculating the substring. For example, if I calculated this substring and I was at A here, and then I found that A is like a repeating character. So again, if I move to B, so in that case, I know that there is no repeating character in this substring. right? So in this case, if it's a huge array, we are doing a lot of repetitive operations. So in this case, what we'll do is we'll have a sliding window. So in the sliding window, what we can do is the repeating character which occurs, that is A, will just rem remove this character from our window, and we will add this character, sorry, from to our window. So our window will become something like this. Now we'll again increment our window. So we found that uh, this is not there. So we'll add to the window. Then I'll go my window to here. So I found that E is there. So now what I need to do is I need to delete or move our window till this E, right? Because we need to find the contiguous longest substring. So if we just move our window to C, then in that case, two E's are there. So we need to move our window till E. That is, our window will go here. And then we'll again start moving our window from the right and so on and so forth. So let me just go through the example. So in this case, we'll be using a unordered map, which will store the character and um, the index of the character. So for example, A and 0, B and 1, C and 2, and so on will be stored. And we will be taking left, which is a pointer, and we'll be taking I, which is a right pointer in this case. And the length at any time would be equal to I minus left. And finally, we'll be returning out plus plus, that is out plus 1, because we are considering 0 and but its length is 1. So let us start here. So we have our initial array something like this, where the left and the right, both pointers point to A, that is the first index. So there is nothing in our map, so we insert A0 in our map. So left is 0, I is 0, and out is 0. Now we increment our right pointer, so it moves to 1. So still B is not found in the map, so it's inserted. Then we'll move to C. Then C is not found in the map, so we insert C and 2 into the map. And left is still at 0, so this is left. And I, that is our right, is at 2, so out is right minus left, so which will be I minus left, so it's 2. Then we are D, it's not found, inserted. Then we move to E. So now in this case, E is still not found. So we inserted E and we calculated out. So now we moved to A. So now in this case, A is found. So what we have to do is we have to delete the original A and 0 from the map. So we'll delete and our map will become something like this. And then we'll insert A comma 5 into the map. We will increment our left to the deleted element plus 1, that is it second, that is iterator of second plus 1. So note that we are storing index of the character to be deleted so that we can move left to iterator, that is the index plus 1. We'll better understand it as we move ahead. So now we have this B is at left, left is at B, and right, that is I is at A. So our out is 5 minus 1 because left is at 1, right is at 5. So its answer is 4. Then we move to F. So it's not there in the map. So map was this. So insert and our output is 5. Then we found E in this case. So now E is in middle of it. So now what we have to do, we have to delete all the characters from here, that is from B to E, and we have to place left to position 5, right? That because that this is the longest substring without repeating characters. Sorry, this is the substring without repeating characters in this case. So what we'll do, we'll delete all the entries in map from left to it second. So it second, it is the iterator which is found, which is E. So E is searched here and E is found here. So we'll delete from B, C, D and E also, right? So original map was this B, C, D, E, and after deletion till E, we are A and that is A5 and A and F only in this case. And then we'll insert the new key. So we have A5, F6 and E7, only this. And then our left will be at 5. So left will be here, I will be here, and out will be 7. So if we take the cases which are present here in the lead code example, we will not find this condition where we have to delete the consecutive elements uh, which are there in the string, right? So that's why I was saying that let's always take a typical example by ourselves. And then finally, we'll increment right to D, and D is not found. So this is the longest substring without repeating character. Is length is 3, and finally we are returning out plus 1. So this is the code here. Uh, so in code, we are going into the array. We are finding the uh, element that is character in the unordered map. So unordered map is of char and index. If the entry is not found, we if the entry is not equal to end, that means it's found. If entry is not found, so in that case we are just inserting the into the map and finding the max out of it, that is out, which has to be so this is only out. Let me just correct it. So this is out. There is no, okay, right, and we are finding max of out and uh, right minus left. And if we have an entry, so what we are doing is we are deleting all the entries from our left. So this is our left again. Sorry, I have changed the names from left start to left and so on. So that's why it's causing some problems. Let me again rewrite, change it from left to this. Okay. So now what we are doing is we are starting from left and we are moving till IT second and we are erasing all the elements, right? And finally we will be inserting new key here. So in this case, if we see here, this one, so we are starting from left, that is B1, and we are moving till E4 because our iterator in the unordered map we have found the key here and we are deleting all these elements. And finally we are inserting this E7, so AFE will be inserted, right? And finally we are moving left to temp plus 1. So temp was IT second, so in this case, um, and this one, IT second was this, so we are moving left to 5, that is IT second plus 1. So this is how this algorithm sliding window is implemented, and the time complexity for this would be the OMN. So n is the length of all the complete string, and m is the number of elements to be deleted. For example, m in this case would be 4 because we have found a key here and we have to delete all the 4 elements, so we have to repeat the deletion, that is this for loop, inside this for loop for only 4 times. So this is m, and the space complexity would be on only because we are taking a single unordered map, nothing else. So that's all. Thanks a lot guys, and have a good day.